Thank you, Leanne. Good morning to you and good morning to the viewers.
Why is there such anger around the discovery of horse meat in certain food products?
For starters, Leanne, it's just important for all of us to consider the fact that we are a nation with diverse eating habits, diverse sources of proteins, and therefore there are those people who would normally in their diet eat products produced with horse meat. The main outrage in the European community, as I stated, is the fact that they were not aware that they were actually eating products contained with horse meat. And I think we have been observing the developments in Europe, and you actually find that it was not just the traces, but it was the deliberate quantities ranging from 29%, 40%, up to, in certain instances, where the beggars were 100% horse meat, and but they were identified as beef beggars. So the outrage from the consumer side is the fact that they were led to eat things that they did not know. In other words, they didn't knowingly consume this particular product.
In South Africa, have we had any cases that you're aware of where people have been, led to believe that they are not eating horse meat, and yet there are certain products that do contain the meat?
At this stage, most definitely not. And actually, we have analyzed all the events that have happened in Europe and how the contamination or the deliberate addition of or substitution of horse meat has happened. And we have also analyzed the products that we actually import from those countries, and we have came to a full conclusion that it is unlikely that we have imported any of the horse meat products unknowingly from the European community.
Okay, so as far as South Africans are concerned, they're safe if they're buying, because we're seeing that there's a sharp move away from supermarkets in Europe to butcheries instead. But I mean, from your investigations in South Africa, the products we are buying, as it is, they are fine. Imported products, no problem there.
Yes, all the imported products in this country we authorize and then we inspect on arrival, and they are actually declared as such.
All right. Government has released basically that horse meat is legal in South Africa. Here you are able to eat it.
Indeed, there is a small market for the horse meat in this country, and that is just based on our diverse cultures and eating habits. So there are actually slaughterhouses that are licensed to slaughter and produce horse meat, and that meat would, like the cow or the sheep, they would have gone through the abattoirs, they would have gone through the proper anti-mortem inspection and the meat inspection, and each and every one of those carcasses would have been approved by a qualified meat inspection personnel as safe and fit for human consumption.
All right. Now, what are the consequences of using horse meat illegally in food products in South Africa?
Basically, it's not horse meat per se, but it's any product that you falsely declared it.
Okay.
And all the products that are foodstuffs are regulated by our colleagues in the Department of Health, and stipulation on the rules and the guidelines on how to properly label the items are stipulated in that, and all the perpetrators or the frauds are then liable for prosecution, and then the courts determine.
All right. Thank you so much for chatting to us, Dr. Tembile Songabe from the Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries. Horse meat, do you eat it? Have you eaten it? What do you think about it? We're safe here in South Africa, apparently. Nothing's been found in our food products illegally being put into a horse meat, but there is a small part of the population that does eat horse meat in South Africa, and it is legal to eat it. So send us your views if you'd like to. Again, thanks so much for joining us.